two owners of the store, Josh, Future Past NYC, and Peter, Fresh Kills Vintage, and they both curate vintage clothes from everywhere around the world. They're hunting on eBay online, on Depop online. There's live shows on apps called Whatnot and on Instagram Live. And then they do pretty much buying every single they buy every place that you can possibly buy. They go to vintage flea markets, they'll go to thrift stores, they go to events, pop-ups, a lot of friends in the vintage community that we buy stuff off of as well. So it's kind of an anywhere and everywhere type of situation, but in New York, there's no real easy answer, there's no real cheap answer. It's a lot of hours of labor, it's a lot of going outside the city to find things. It's a lot of traveling the world or scavenging the internet as far as you can go to find good things. So it looks all nice and neat and organized in here, and there's a lot of products, but by no means was any of this easy to find. It took a long time, and they do it extremely well. To be able to make profit and uphold store in New York City too is incredibly impressive. So vinyl is what people have accepted, I think, as the physical medium of music that they love the most. I think there's a physical medium for movies and for music. For movies, we talked about as VHS. For music, I think it's vinyl. People have started, I see, getting record players in their home again. They want to listen to full records, they want full projects. And we provide that. We have a woman that works with us named Alexis, and she goes by Ryder Records NYC, and she curates all the records for us and does a fantastic job getting different genres, different eras, different iconic albums, and selling them for honestly very affordable, very good prices. Anywhere from $10 we'll sell a record for to $40, $50 if it's a little more rare, a little more coveted. And these are vintage records. These are records from the era when they were made. There's reprints. People make records. People print on vinyl all the time. But for us, we want to get the originals. We want to get the OGs. She's hunting. She's hunting flea markets. She's hunting other record stores, doing whatever she can to provide a good eclectic genre mix of records. And we value them a lot. That's one of the biggest sellers. People love vinyl. People buy vinyl all day, every day. You want a cool album cover? I don't think it gets any cooler than this. Everybody on Solemn skis, you know, the fonts, this really gets me excited. I think people love to display vinyl a lot, and that makes me extremely happy to see something that had so much attention to detail. 1982, selling it for $30, which is, I think, a crazy steal for a cool record like this. And then we'll do one other favorite. I enjoy Billy Joel's Songs in the Attic a lot. Billy Joel is iconic to me. Billy Joel kind of means New York. I think Billy Joel is New York to a T, and this is what I grew up listening to with my dad and my mom. This was like their favorite stuff. So definitely a lot of Billy Joel for me personally growing up. And that nostalgia, the personal feeling that you get behind these is why the thing sells, why the things are in the store. And this is the one that personally hits the hardest for me. Also, just a legendary Billy Joel album, maybe a little bit underrated. And this one is $30 as well. And this is a 2002 American Idol tour. This is my birth year, so this makes it really cool to me. It's a long sleeve. And then this is what they call a rap tee style of graphic, where there's just a bunch of different faces, a bunch of different people layered over each other, or graphics layered over each other. And to see an American Idol type of rap tee is pretty rare and pretty interesting. This is obviously very early American Idol days as well. And just something that's a little more eclectic. It's not necessarily the most famous rapper and a band or a movie that you might enjoy, but people remember American Idol, and to think there's a t-shirt, a vintage tee for it, and that it's worth cool money and you can rock it and feel like a little nostalgia is cool. I don't think you can replicate this very well, and if you did, you'd be able to tell that it's a new print and not the OG. The OG is pretty quality and nice. So, movies, cartoons, pop culture. So we flipped through a bunch of tees, but I love Tom and Jerry. This is a cool ringer. I love ringers. Just the ring around the sleeve and around the collars. Tom and Jerry, this is the 90s. This is 1990, doesn't say, early 90s. This tag's known to be a 90s guy, and this one's fly. I like it. It's grayed out. It's pretty simple. It's pretty smooth, but t-shirts are meant to be worn every day, so I don't want it too crazy on the graphics sometimes. I think this one's fly, so. That might be it for t-shirts. There's definitely a ton. I can't get through all of them, but this is really cool too. I want to check this out. This Coogee. Coogee sweater is pretty notorious with New York City. Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. is obviously a very famous Coogee sweater proponent, but we got our own Coogee in here. I feel this is kind of Easter colors. Feels really great for the spring. And this tag is incredible because this is early Coogee. Before they changed the name to C-O-O-G-I, it was C-U-G-G-I. And this is a sign that it was the earliest Coogee sweaters, which makes it a little rare, makes it a little interesting, makes it harder to find, especially in a good size. I just think the sweater is a work of art. It deserves to be hanging on the wall.